Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss 10 new ESP32 project ideas that you must give a try. The weather station uses a BME280 sensor to measure the temperature, pressure, and humidity of the ambient, while the anemometer uses a Hall effect sensor. Before the assembly, let's check the power consumption of this weather station. With a very low power consumption, the weather station can run up to 124 days. Apart from a 3000 mAh battery, the weather station is solar powered to increase the overall runtime. Now it's time to assemble the weather station. The sensor records the readings and updates them on the ThinkSpeak channel regularly. This is a GPS tracker. The process to make this one starts from applying the solder paste to the received PCBs. This process looks so satisfying. After that, it's time to place all the SMD components over the solder flux. After placing the components using hot plate soldering, all the components get soldered to the PCB. All the soldering joints look perfect. Now it's time to assemble the bottom layer. Finally, attach the TFT display and put it inside a 3D printed case. The assembly of the GPS tracker is complete, and now it's time to upload the code and test it. All the other projects discussed in this video either control something or run something. But this project lets you paint. Yes, you heard it right. It uses an ESP32 board and a 240 by 240 TFT display. Using the two potentiometers on either side of the display, you can move the cursor in your available workspace. With the push buttons, you can change shapes and cursor's color. The push button on the top lets you undo the last drawn shape on the workspace. Now let's look at a simple piece of art on the smallest painting device. Our next project is a robot car. It uses two photodiodes on either side and a line tracking module in the middle. Look how fast the car tracks and follows the black line. When the light tracking mode is on, the car tracks and follows the spotlight, while it avoids the obstacles when its obstacle avoidance mode is on. The multicolored LEDs on the robot give it a sparkling look in the dark. You can also control the robot using an IR remote. So which feature of this car do you like the most? Tell us in the comments. Are you a die-hard fan of the arcade games? To bring back the joy of arcade gaming, we have selected an ESP32 based arcade game project. With the arcade controller joystick, you can play 4 of your favorite games: Tetris, Snake, Breakout, and Bomber. Despite a low resolution of 320 by 200 pixels, it gives an amazing game-playing experience. Here is the controller circuit made using ESP32 on a perf board. The next one on this list is a quadruped robot dog that can walk and perform a cool rotating body trick. You can move the robot dog via a mobile phone over a Wi-Fi connection. The complete body of the robot dog is 3D printed. Here are the 3D designed parts and the circuit diagram of the robot dog. Now, it's time to assemble the robot dog and see how it performs. Our next project is an ESP32 Wi-Fi remote that can play GIFs on a TFT display. After receiving the ordered PCBs, apply the solder paste to the PCB. After that, place the components over the PCB. As the components are really small, this process requires great precision. After placing the components, it's time for the hot plate soldering. As the temperature increases, the solder paste melts and solders the components. Finally, it's time to solder the TFT display to the board and connect the battery. After passing the hardware test, the Wi-Fi remote is ready to display your favorite GIFs on the display. Our next project is a LED matrix clock housed inside an old plastic jar. Apart from displaying date and time, it also shows the temperature and humidity of the ambient. One part of the jar is covered with a solar film for the display, while the other side is open for the visibility of the components. Here is the software design of the clock. After testing the LED clock, it's time to assemble it and see it's working. The black solar film gives the red display an appalling look. This is an ESP32 based video surveillance robot. You can control the movements of the robot using the iRobby app. With its pan and tilt advantage, its range gets increased beyond the line of sight. Here is the circuit diagram of the surveillance robot. The servo motors can move the camera in any direction as per the instruction. If you want to make it a portable robot, just attach it with a wireless RC car. This upgraded version comes with a more exciting feature like night mode vision. Do you wish to keep an eye on your home or office while you are not present there? Then try this Discord security camera. The camera takes a picture and sends it to Discord every time it detects a motion. It can also send notifications to the app installed on your phone. Here is the circuit of the project assembled on a breadboard. You can use it either as a wall-mounted model or a ceiling-mounted model. After connecting the components and uploading the code,